highlights of match number 6 in the Super 8s come to you from Guyana. A match, a very important one that features the West Indies, and they're taking on Sri Lanka here from the Guyana National Stadium. Hello and welcome everyone to Providence in Guyana for the highlights of a match that assumes great significance for the West Indies. Have a look at the points table. West Indies third from bottom with a negative run rate as well, so it makes this match all the more important for them, important for Sri Lanka as well. The pitch here at the National Stadium has been a decent one for cricket. No grass on it, a few quacks apparent, but it has played well so far. The toss was won by Brian Lara, and in overcast conditions he asked Sri Lanka to have first snap. West Indies making a couple of changes. Jerome Taylor back in and Ian Bradshaw replacing Corey Collymore. One change for Sri Lanka in Dilhara Fernando coming in for Maharu. We go straight up now to the commentary box and join Barry Richards and Michael Holding.
Jerome Taylor back in the team. Missed out on the last game against New Zealand, but he's back. What will he do in this game against Sri Lanka? They need early wickets, the West Indies.
Is it going to swing? I think that's the question a lot of us will be asking. It's quite humid and overcast, so it is a sort of swing day in cricket parlance. They think it's a swing day. We'll just have to wait and see. If it doesn't, a 90 strike rate for Sanath Jayasuriya. Here we go.
Two left-handers opening the batting for Sri Lanka. That should help the bowlers. Two slips, no more than that at the moment. Suppose if the ball does swing, you may see another one going in, although Jerome Taylor doesn't necessarily swing the ball away from the left-handers. And off the mark. Second delivery. Oh, that bounced awkwardly. Did reasonably well there, Sanath Jayasuriya. That could easily have just lobbed to the man at backward point.
Yeah, that's a little bit of extra bounce. Gully. They've gone over his head. A feet off the ground for Sanath Jayasuriya. Not a tall man.
Well bowled. End of another Jerome Taylor over. Sri Lanka 9 without loss.
You just feel that the pressure's building just a little bit on the batsman. They haven't got a boundary. That's a pretty good delivery. Nice place, good carry.
That's well timed and that's well placed. Could be the first boundary for Taranga. Just gets there.
Good batting. He's realised he doesn't have to hit the ball hard. He has to hit it into the gaps, and that's a much better shot. He's timed it well and placed it well. He's missed out on a couple before, but not this one. Very good shot. Just a little bunt past the bowler. It's quite a big boundary. So you need a well-timed shot, and this will have come right off the middle of the bat. Perfect shot.
Holding. He usually gets all the wickets, Darren Powell. Took him a bit longer on this occasion, but he has taken the first for the West Indies.
Beautifully bowled. Really was a very good delivery. It was quick, straight, and in the block hole. You miss, I hit. Crowd has responded. Just a little bit of movement. He's played all round it. Two stumps out the ground. What a sight for a fast bowler. He's absolutely delighted with that. So will his captain be. Taranga's on his way for 8. Sri Lanka are 18 for 1.
That's a good shot. Put away quite easily. Sanath Jayasuriya's first boundary.
It's been a long time coming. for Sanath Jayasuriya. It's not often he's into the 7th over before he hits his first boundary. But it's a good shot. Kept his eyes on it all the way. Picked it off.
Just wide. And an opportunity here for the fielder, diving very early. Taking the ball back inside the boundary. Just wide of second slip. Edge found.
Just the right length, as you would see, just short of good length, not allowing the batsman to get forward nor go deep into his crease, just wide of the man, as you would see. Very tentative Sangakkara, valiant attempt, but the ball just eluding the fielder.
Well, he's banged that away now. That's too short from Bradshaw. No real pace. And an easy boundary for Sangakkara, his first.
At Bradshaw's pace, you can't go short in that fashion. It really gives the batsman a bit of a free hit. Sangakkara had no problem whatsoever. Just getting the ball into wherever he wanted on the offside.
So an edge followed by a meaty square cut for 4 by Sangakkara. Well bowled and gone. Bradshaw picks up a wicket in his first over, and what a wicket it is. A little tentative trot at it by Sangakkara. An edge, a 4, and now another edge into the hands of the keeper.
Excellent comeback by Bradshaw. Previous one was short and there was width as well, but again just got it in the right zone and moving off the seam. Sangakkara really again not much great movement of the feet there. Got himself squared, and that thin edge to Ramdane nodding his head. He's disappointed. He goes for 7. Sri Lanka 35 for 2.
Just wide. Let's get the single. Jayawardene is a long way down. Almost past the point of no return, but it's a long way that the throw had to come in from Sawan, and he managed to go back. So just the single, but some confused running between himself and Jayasuriya.
Yes, you could see that Jayasuriya was rather annoyed. Managed to just keep it wide off the field, although it was in the air for a while. But Jayawardene was looking for the second, and Jayasuriya wasn't interested. Sri Lankans just cannot. Just look at Jayawardene. He's just forcing his way into making the second.
Should they be running for that? It's gone to the boundary. Now it hit the bat of Jayawardene, did it? He's given 5. I think Lara is just asking him a question about it, because it certainly seemed to ricochet off the bat of Jayawardene.
Normally you don't run for the overthrows that generally rebound off your body or pads or part of the bat, but it kissed the bat and the ball rolled across for a boundary, so extra runs added to Sri Lanka, also raises their 50.
And he does that quite nicely. And Jayawardene, it's a slow outfield because of the inclement weather. And they pick up 3. 53 for 2. Pick the length quite well. Only his second boundary.
Wrong length from Bradshaw. Is not quick enough really to trouble Sanath Jayasuriya with this length. Moved well inside the line of that ball, and with fine leg up in the ring, it was a wrong choice of length from Bradshaw. Got it wrong. Sanath Jayasuriya got it right. He was way out of his crease there, looking to attack Bradshaw from out of his crease.
He's starting to feel it. Starting to feel that he needs to play his natural game.
He's a very natural player, gifted player, Sana Jayasuriya. Great hand-eye coordination batsman. Very good strike. Sliced it, but it was good enough really to clear the infield quite easily.
Doesn't matter. 3/4 for Jayasuriya in 4 balls.
From nowhere, he's produced 3 smashing shots. He's very quiet and certainly is now being the Sana Jayasuriya that we know. Slicing cut shot. Dwayne Smith clearly hurt by that strong strike from Sanat. It was in his zone, in his area. So far, the third and final power play has belonged to Sanat's power.
Slip has come out and Dinesh Ramdin has gone back to an orthodox standing area behind the stumps. Chris Gayle moving left of screen. Good hit. It is a good hit. It's gone all the way. He's turning it on for this final power play session. Sana Jayasuriya after a slow start.
What a magnificent straight drive. The best we've seen from Sanat in this innings so far. Clean hit, great pickup, straight as an arrow. Made it look extremely easy. Great balance, he came down the track, keeper was back and beautifully put away. Washed it all the way. What a great feeling it must have been. Almost halfway down the track.
Keeper's back up.
Come on, boys, come on, eh?
His strike rate was languishing in the 50s. Certainly it's jumped up to 82. 4 boundaries and this majestic 6. He's 237th of his career. It's a boundary. Picked up the slow delivery really well. He's now taking the game to the West Indies. Brian Lara now looks a worried captain. He's walking up to Dwayne Smith to get it right. I mean, margin of error is so minimal. You get it wrong, you pay the price. Had the fielder in mind, had the field position in mind. This is where he's so good. Intelligent striker of the ball, Sana Jayasuriya. It's not about slogging all the time. Very classy player, Sanaf.
This is simply outstanding batting. Facial expressions tell it all. 83 for 2.
Absolutely brilliant to watch if you are a neutral. Reading the length early and smashing the ball hard. It was short and wide, and importantly it found the placement.
Pulled away. Now will he get it? He won't. That's a bad delivery from Gayle. And dealt with by Jayasuriya. Short, down the leg side, always was going to be 4.
especially in this mood. Once he gets his confidence up, Sanat Jayasuriya is very hard to stop.
What a shot. What a shot by Jayasuriya. He's heading out to Mary somewhere.
I reckon that's worth 22 off one ball. It's gone miles. I think a little bit premeditated, but Sanat Jayasuriya is so strong. He's a little pocket rocket, and it's just gone absolutely miles with a minimum of effort. He's on the acceleration, and this is danger for the West Indies. It is a classic one-day shot. Just pick up and go.
Picked his spot well. Knew that there was a long off and the mid-on obviously in the circle, and it was a shot that he picked. 128 for 2.
This is a different Sanat Jayasuriya, showing so much maturity about his innings. Just looking for those empty spaces to hit the ball into. Unlike in the early days, just look for more and more.
This time he goes down the ground and clears the boundary quite easily. And the water will take some steam off the ball.
This was a good hit indeed. Really had the ball in the right area to drag it over mid-on, and it went right down all the way.
100 partnership comes up, and it's come up in just 112 balls. And numerous fours. Not the best line from Bradshaw, but a very clever shot from Jayasuriya.
This is why he's so good, Sanat Jayasuriya. As soon as the ball strays just that fraction outside the line, just good enough to put it away, and also find spots where there are no fielders. Oh, that's wonderfully struck again. Picked it up nicely. Great shot.
It is an amazing shot. Almost a slug sweep. It's a shot that he's played throughout his career, really.
There's a man well behind square. You won't get to that. That's where he was previously. Just about behind the square, but he has been moved to deep backward square. And that's his half century after struggling for so long.
Well, it's got to give credit to Sanat Jayasuriya, because his aggression meant that he could relax out there and get to his 50 with no problems whatsoever.
That's gone straight to man deep but square, but oh, he just parried it over the rope.
Absolutely brilliantly struck by Sanat Jayasuriya. The ball had the elevation in the end to escape Shivnarayan Chanderpaul's hands and arms. Always going to be difficult for a man who is not very tall to control it. And they're all disappointed.
Well, that's close. Deflected onto the stumps. That would be a sad way for Mahela Jayawadena to go, but we have seen it in the past.
Sanat Jayasuriya, I think, knows that Mahela Jayawadena is run out, because his expression suggested that they got rid of his captain. Mahela Jayawadena was out of his crease, and it's going to be extremely close. This bat was certainly grounded, but when the ball hit the stumps, was the bat in the crease? Ball was clearly deflected by Bradshaw's boot. Too close to call.
Let's see what he says on this occasion.
It's a green, not out, splashed on the big screen. The Sri Lankans love it.
Go, boy!
Now that's it. There's a century for Sanat Jayasuriya. Yet another 25th one, the international century, and his third in the World Cup.
Yes, he's conquered the opposition. What a player, what a striker. Magnificent one-day player. Such an important innings in such an important game. Gets the recognition from the players' gallery. 4 sixes, 9 boundaries, and its strike rate now over 100. At one stage he was struggling. Strike rate was around 50 in the first part of his innings.
Over mid-on. Should not go all the way, or will it? Yes, it does. I didn't think it was that well timed.
Mahela Jayawardene's timing has improved extremely well in this innings. Started off cautiously, and then now he's timing the ball beautifully. Didn't try to overhit that.
Well, that has found the gap between the two.
How well did he play it? It was all about placement. Didn't really have to hit the ball hard. It was almost a half tracker from Chris Gale, so that allowed Sanat Jayasuriya that allotment of area. Pierced the field brilliantly. He's a mid-wicket fielder and a square-leg fielder. Both were mere spectators.
Bowled him inside edge.
This was somewhat on the cards. Sanat Jayasuriya was struggling. Didn't get it right. Paul got it absolutely right. Nice and full to Sanat Jayasuriya. Was lazy in executing that drive. Extremely good piece of bowling from him. Even though he dragged the ball from a little outside the off stump, but the length was very good from Paul. And it ends the magnificence of Sanat Jayasuriya. 115 he got in the end, 218 for 3 Sri Lanka.
That's gone in the air. There's a catch out there. It's dropped. It's badly dropped by the fielder that you would consider would never have dropped it. That's Dwayne Smith out there. That was a straightforward chance. He came around, he judged it well, he got both hands to it. He's such a good fielder, and you would back him 90% of the time to hold on to something like this, perhaps even 100%.
Well, nothing seems to be going the West Indies' way. This was high in the air. There was a lot of time to get under it, but just ran into it rather than settle down into the catch. But a big bad miss.
Bowled him. That's a superb delivery. First up from Bravo. Yorked him, and at least the crowd off the field can jump and wave. Not too much celebration on the field. So fine delivery from Bravo.
Yes, coming at a very, very important stage for the West Indians, when the Sri Lankans were looking to try and add the momentum, put the foot in the accelerator. There you are. Just a fuller length delivery right in the block hole. Jayawardene, a fine innings coming to an end. 82, Sri Lanka 251 for 4.
Out. Sawan strikes to the delight of the crowd here. It's a ploy that's worked for Lara and the West Indies. Every now and again he's used Sawan in this kind of situation, and Silva hasn't responded well at all.
This will give West Indies a chance of trying to restrict Sri Lanka under 300. Again, giving himself room. He was looking to try and play on the onside earlier on, but this time through the offside, but only managing to find the fielder, Lara, the captain himself. And Sarfan, he's delighted. And no doubt the crowd as well. There's something to cheer about. So Chamal Silva goes for 23, Sri Lanka 268 for 5.
That's well struck. That's gone. That's a good hit. Tremendous blow for 6. Went a long way. Picked it up beautifully.
Yes, if he's going to play some of these big shots at this stage of the innings, and it just fell in the right slot. Probably also hit the right part of the bat, the meat of it. Carried all the way.
Just over his head, and that's well struck. That is a very, very good shot. Sarwan just tried something different there. Why would try something different when everything was working okay? If it isn't broken, don't fix it.
Yes, he tried the quicker one, and the improvisation was exceptional.
Down the ground. Taylor onto it and misses it. Goes for 4. How typical of the West Indies effort today is that. It's given the opportunity here for Sri Lanka to get that 300. That was a slack piece of fielding once more.
That is a clear illustration of what we've seen today from the West Indians. Just got there quickly enough, but went right through.
Last ball of the innings. And looks where it's gone. It's gone a long, long way. It's 300 on the board and more. Bye-bye. An emphatic end to the Sri Lankan innings. A 6 off the last ball by Tilakaratne Dilshan. Carries them to 303 for 5. Tremendous effort by Sri Lanka. West Indies extremely sloppy.
Sri Lanka doing well to get to 303 for 5. They were 35 for 2 at one stage until that 183-run partnership between Jayasuriya and the captain Jayawardena. They got some impetus at the end as well from Dilshan, who scored 39 of just 22 deliveries. Darren Powell was excellent, I thought, and once again he got the early breakthrough, but again, as has been the custom for the West Indies in these Super 8 matches, not much support, and most others proving very, very expensive. West Indies will be challenged by their target of 304 to win this match, and they've got to go at a rate of over 6 runs per over. It'll take some going as well. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the highlights of the West Indies run chase.
Shaminda Vas, plenty of experience and very classy operator, especially with the new ball. World Cup 2007 has been pretty decent for him. Wickets in all the matches that he's played. Mahela Jayawardene is standing in his customary first slip position, which is can be described as second slip position. On target straight away.
It will be interesting to see if this pitch slows down and batting becomes a little bit more difficult in the second innings. We have seen that happen on quite a few occasions in this World Cup so far. And especially here in Guyana, the pitch tends to slow down a bit. The bounce isn't as high.
Lasny moving into that drive, and Molivan slipping, but stopping the ball in the process. Got a good one. Chris Gale probably beaten by the pace and also by the slinging action. It is difficult really to get used to that action. Oh, narrowly missing that off stump.
When you see an action like that, the tendency is to think that the ball as a left-hander will be coming back in towards you. And of course the right-hander going away from the right-hander.
Solidly hit. One bounce, boundary, starts off well, Chris Gayle, in his typical fashion.
Well, I think a lot of people are a lot happier seeing Chris Gayle hit down the ground. That's what they want to see him doing. Hit over the batsman's, over the bowler's head, over long off's head, over long on's head. Not looking to be hitting through mid-wicket or behind square. Front foot coming a long way forward as well.
Bowling to Bravo, who puts that away for a 4. He's off the mark with a delightful shot. Fine leg up in the ring. He knew exactly where to place it, away from that fielder.
Not sure that this is quite the right field to Bravo. Certainly don't want to keep fine leg up. He loves playing on the onside, and he tickled that quite nicely fine of the man that's inside the circle.
Chance if they picked up Chris Gayle at the other end, because he was struggling. Almost collided with his partner. Didn't look too happy, Chris Gayle, with that call. Dwayne Bravo got in very quickly, but it was his partner who was struggling.
These two haven't batted together very often, and you can see there's no chemistry there as yet.
That's gone in the air. Will this be taken? Dilhar Fernando is swirling underneath that one, and it's a brilliant catch in the end. Really is a quality catch. Pressure catch, high ball, and it's Dilhar Fernando who's done the job. Malinga surprising Chris Gayle with a slow delivery, and it's a big breakthrough for Sri Lanka.
It's a width, I think, that defeated him as well. It was well wide of off stump. He had to stretch to reach that, Chris Gayle, and of course didn't quite get hold of it. Went a long way up. Not a bad catch, this. In the end, it would have fallen over his head. I don't think he judged it as well as he could have. And how delighted is Malinga. Took a long time to come down, and finally when it did, it was held. It's 20 for 1.
That's gone through. 4 wides, I think. Very unlike Malinga, has been pretty decent in his spells during this World Cup. He now becomes the leading wicket taker in 2007 World Cup, equal with Glenn McGrath, with a better average, 12.08 compared to 13 in Glenn McGrath. He got it wrong again. Punchy drive. Dwayne Bravo has played a delightful stroke off the back foot. Really was a top quality shot. Timing and placement was absolutely perfect.
That's pretty much what you need. Cricket shots. Don't have to be taking too many risks at this stage of the game. If you're a good enough batsman, you can play normal cricket shots and get your runs. You will get a few bad deliveries. No bowler is that perfect that you don't get bad deliveries at some stage.
Powerful drive through the offside. That's a great response from Dwayne Bravo. He was earlier very impressive off the back foot. That's another classy shot.
There's a man at short extra cover, but that went much too straight to get him involved.
Gone. Big in swinger from Chaminda Bas has ended Bravo's little cameo. 21. West Indies lose their second wicket for 40. Continues to struggle.
Yes, you can't go to sleep with Chaminda Vaas. Just gets that hint of movement in. The natural in-swinger. Good seam position. Hitting the flap and then onto the stumps. There's always a wicket taker, Chaminda Vaas. What a valuable player he has been. Bravo goes for 21, West Indies 40 for 2.
Big appeal for a stumping from Sangakkara. He is very confident now. Has Lara dragged that back foot? Quick work by Sangakkara. He reckons he's got him. Now, did Lara drag that back foot? Umpire Harper has asked for assistance from the television replay.
Yes, he's very confident. Oh, is it in the air? Yes, I would reckon so. Sangakkara thought so as well.
Simon Taufel it is who is going to give the decision, and it's out. Lara goes. Brilliant piece of work by Sangakkara. West Indies really up against it now as their captain goes. Their third wicket down for 42, and Sangakkara so quick behind the stumps. Just spotted that Lara might have raised the back foot, which he did momentarily.
Excellent bit of work by Sangakkara, standing up to Chaminda Vaas. Didn't give Lara any chance at all. Very, very smart wicket keeping. So Brian Lara, the big wicket for Sri Lanka, just making 2. West Indies 42 for 3.
Someone's got it through off the back foot. They're just slowing up. And good work, very good work. And again, someone's fallen on the pitch, so they've only got 2. Sawan has to pull himself up.
Just seemed to slant in there.
Tell you what, that's not far away. Delara Fernando went after the ball because he thought there might be a leg bar, but he must have thought long and hard about that, Mark Benson, because it did tail in a bit. Did it hit him outside the line? Just. Whew.
Oh, Dilshan, I think it is. He sets high standards for himself, and he'll feel that maybe he should have wrapped it in. It would have been spectacular.
It sure would. This is a Jonty Rhodes effort. It was going like a rocket. He suddenly realised it was going away from him. At backward point, you're never quite sure what part of the bat it's come at or it's hit. And that was hit hard. He tried to roll the wrist, didn't quite get it down, and a great effort from Dilshan.
He's got it through. Found a gap. At least he's given the crowd something to raise their spirit. First boundary in 17 overs, and Chandrapal threads it through the offside.
Quick discussion there between Chandrapal and Sawan. They will be quite familiar with each other because apart from playing for the West Indies, they both play for Guyana. They would have had lots of partnerships for both teams, West Indies and Guyana.
What a save. Now Dilshan just again emphasizing the difference between the two teams. The West Indies today gave away plenty of runs in the field.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Tilakaratne Dilshan always in that backward point position.
That's a fine shot. Nice use of the feet. Goes all the way. Lovely shot by Chandrapal. 28 overs gone, 96 for 3. Jayasuriya continues. Got gone. It's gone all the way. It was virtually a long hop, short enough for Sawan to get back and deposit it over the square leg boundary for 6.
He placed it properly as well. There's a man out there in the deep, and if it had gone straight to him, although it went for 6, it wasn't that high to go over his head. Got it into the gap quite nicely there, Sarwan. And single immediately after to get back off strike.
They'll have to hurry. They'll have to hurry. Despairing dive, but he gets there, Sangakkara, with the return to the bowler's end. Now, there's no question, these two now appreciate this is what they've got to be doing. They've only got another 19 overs after this, and they're pushing for it.
Not too sure he would have made it to the ball that hit the stumps, Shivnarayan Chandrapal, but showing total commitment here.
Good placement, very good placement, good use of the feet. These two have grown up on a diet of slow bowling. Don't play it that badly unless it's very unorthodox, as in the form of Murli. In the gap, and it might have gone all the way. So the accelerator being pressed on here over the last couple of overs by Sarwan. And now Chandrapal sends the crowd into ecstasy.
Yes, they need a run rate of 10 to maintain, and with sixers like this, anything could happen. We've got two batsmen who know these conditions so well.
I think that might be the end. You never know. Sangakkara was confident initially, then shrugged his shoulders at Jayasuriya to indicate, I'm not sure. I think the body language might indicate a little bit of doubt.
Yes, it was a wild swing by Sarwan. Did he have his... Oh, that may be out. I think the bat probably came a trifle too late. Oh, he's gone. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, definitely out. As we saw the stumping of Brian Lara with his foot in the air, executed by Sangakkara. Now another good piece of stumping here would indicate the end of Ramnaraj Sarwan. Brings to an end a partnership of 92. Took 145 balls.
Here Sarwan realized that he had to get things moving. But this shot really wasn't on. That was pitched way in front of him. And despite the ball coming slowly to Sangakkara, he was fast enough to get those bails off. And another wicket for Jayasuriya. Sarfan 44, patient knock, but to no avail, 134 for 4.
That's gone all the way again. It's gone a fair way over the boundary.
He doesn't get treated in this fashion too often, Mutha Muralidharan. Against the spin, and that was a long hit, bringing up his half-century.
Gone. There was a bellowed ask from Murli 2 balls ago. This time, umpire Harper acknowledges that Samuels has to make his return to the pavilion.
It would seem that Samuels really didn't pick up the delivery of Muralidharan. Didn't quite know whether it was an off-break or a doosra. Just kept on going straight and hit across the line with that front foot. Too much across. Huge appeal from Sangakkara. Umpire Harper took his time and ruled him out. He goes for 3. West Indies 147 for 5.
He's found himself a long way down. Now is that out? He was a very long way down, Smith, and Sangakkara and one or two of his mates seem to be enthused, and they think it's out.
Again, he doesn't bargain here for the sharpness of the Sri Lankan fielding, and that's gone. Again, Malinga, he's got a very, very good arm, and Sangakkara, very, very fast hands. Whips those bails off. And Dwayne Smith way out of his crease. I don't think there's much to look at that. That's gone. So Dwayne Smith sort of again looking for a single which really wasn't there. But just look at Malinga. He's got powerful arms and a good throw right over the stumps. Dwayne Smith run out without scoring. The West Indies 148 for 6.
It's gone again. He hits it well in that area, Chanderpaul, but it's just a little too late. 12 overs to go. Target 304. 158 for 6. He's gone up. It's gone a long way in the air. Out. Nice, comfortable catch by Chaminda Vaas. Sanath Jayasuriya gets another. They're closing in on the West Indians.
It's a well-oiled machinery, the Sri Lankan team. They've fielded absolutely brilliantly. The likes of Dilhara Fernando and Chaminda Vaas, who normally don't feel that well, not as athletic as some of the others, have been absolutely brilliant today. Sanath Jayasuriya struggling with a bit of cramps. He didn't make the field straight away. Chaminda Vaas was struggling in the end to get that ball in his grasp. He did that, but with a bit of difficulty. Ramdin gone for 2, 158 for 7.
He's gone. And there's another one there. 5 sixes for Chanderpaul, but you get the feeling it's all just a little too late. Gone. That's the reply from Malinga. He's so good at the end when there's a little bit of reverse swing. He gets it right up in the block hole. One too many swings for Chanderpaul. And number 8 goes down for the West Indies.
Brilliant delivery to finish off Shivnarine Chanderpaul. You can be attacking with this length also. Yorker, attacking delivery, uprooting the off stump, ending Shivnarine Chanderpaul's reign at the crease. Terrific effort from Lasith Malinga. Great comeback from him. Fighting innings come to an end. Gone for 76. West Indies 173 for 8 now.
Given him leg before. Round the wicket from Muralitharan. And he's got another leg before decision from umpire Harper. Jerome Taylor disappointed. 187 for 9 now. Just one more wicket to go for Sri Lanka to wrap things up.
This is really what Muralitharan has developed recently, coming round the wicket. And they were pitched in line and just spun enough to try and hit the stumps. So Taylor, he departs for 13. The West Indies 187 for 9. Bowled him, an excellent delivery, pitched it up, and the batsman really didn't gauge the length properly. He should have gone forward, paid the penalty.
So victory for Sri Lanka. Overwhelming victory for Sri Lanka. They win by 113 runs. It's their second match, only their first victory in the tournament. The West Indies have now lost all 3 matches in the Super 8. Sri Lanka playing superbly, playing absolutely superbly today. They look very much as if like what many observers feel they will be, one of the semi-finalists. And look at that camaraderie, look at the spirit that the Sri Lankans have. They've won a really good victory here over the hosts, the West Indies, who would have been supported by the biggest crowd in the tournament so far.
190 to the West Indies, falling well short in their run chase. They lost wickets early once again. Bravo was sent in to open the innings, but it was only that partnership of 92 of 145 balls between Chanderpaul and Ramnaresh Sawan, both Guyanese. It was a bit slow, but it gave the West Indies, well, a measure of respectability, really. Chanderpaul top scoring with 76 and 44 to Ramnaresh Sawan. Good all-round effort by Sri Lanka again with the ball. Chaminda Vaas doing the job with the new ball. 2 wickets to him. Lasith Malinga 2 for 34. He continues to be impressive at times. He can be expensive. And 3 wickets to Jayasuriya. Muralitharan was also expensive but picked up a couple of wickets. Sri Sri Lanka winning by 113 runs. Quite a magnanimous effort after they lost against South Africa in their opening match of the Super 8s. Points table reflects a move by Sri Lanka upwards. They're in second place, having played 3 matches, and Australia lead the group table. West Indies languishing near the bottom of the standings. Easy decision for the man of the match. 3 wickets to Sanajay Surya, but it was for a century that was so brilliant today that caused him to be a favourite for the adjudicators. But we hope that you've enjoyed the highlights once again of this match in the Super 8s, and we look forward to your company next time. Bye for now.